Mia Berry here with Ari Chambers and members of Talladega's gymnastics program. I'm here with Kyrstin Johnson, her mother and father, Sharon Johnson and Howard Johnson. We're with Alexa Chuy and Kiora Peart-Williams, and from Brown Girls Do Gymnastics, Derrin Moore. So a year ago, Talladega was the second HBCU to announce that they were going to start a gymnastics program, joining Fisk University. Unfortunately, this past Friday, Talladega announced that the program would be shut down effectively July 31st due to lack of resources. Kyrstin, Alexa, Kiora, what was your initial response to finding out that Talladega was canceling this gymnastics program?
I'll have to say for me, it was shocking because I had already had the mindset of, okay, next month, there's going to be classes, we're going to move all back in together. Like, you already have your mindset on going back. Then all of a sudden that's just snatched away. So it was heartbreaking. So now, we're starting like a fundraiser, hopefully to get everything like back together. But it's weird because now we have to find out what our next steps are. And it also hurts me because now I possibly have to worry about, my parents, trying to find out what to do, like with me, like money and everything. So it's been stressful, and depressing for all of us. So definitely unexpected too, because we already only just been competing for like 1 year and then it's just gone. So, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it was immediate tears. I was absolutely gutted and heartbroken. And not just for me, but for the team as a whole, because I know we've all been working so hard this summer to just get back for next season and really make another statement. And to just be cut like that, it was devastating. And it's like, words can't even explain what it's like to be on a team with people who have shared the same struggles with you. Like, I know I'm literally 10 toes behind the whole team, and I go to war about them, and I know they feel the exact same about me. So for the program to be just cut like that, I was like, wow, I'm confused and lost right now. I literally had no words. Yeah.
I agree with both of them. I was also very shocked. It took me I think maybe 1 or 2 days to realize that this was actually real, like the program actually shut down. And I didn't cry until 2 days later because I felt it then. And it was very sad because I was happy that I got to be with people more like me, because I've been around a predominantly white community most of my life. And I was happy to be able to be around people that are like me, understand me, and get to learn more about my culture. So hearing that, part of me was shut down, I feel like was very devastating and sad.
I also have to agree with Chuy because I was a camper at Brown Girls Do Gymnastics camp, and being able to look through my left and my right and to see girls who looked like me, I knew that I wanted to go to an HBCU. And then finding out there was an HBCU with a gymnastics team, and then Coach Asia reached out and I had a conversation with her, and I was automatically so oh my gosh, I'm gonna be going to Talladega, and thinking that this program was just gonna last. And all of us came together and we're starting this program, and now it's just gone. And it took me a little bit to really take everything in as well. I cried yesterday. I did. I broke down. It's just the realization of what I just said before, all of the memories, all the times that we have shared. It's felt like a one-time thing, and now we just gotta move on. And it's sad. It really is sad.
Yeah, I just want to say it's not shut down yet. We're still fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. She's right.
Lines has been Brown Girls Do Gymnastics, and Coach Derrin, you have been on the forefront of making it inclusive and in a community for athletes to feel like they belong in these spaces. What were your initial reactions, and how were you able to rally around the group to keep them uplifted and elevated through all of this?
Initial thoughts. I feel like the girls, I haven't heard them talk about their emotions, so I'm kind of choked up. I didn't cry till yesterday either, which is crazy. So I guess like we're all going through this like grief process. So when I first found out, I do what I always do and just go to work because I think that's like a coping mechanism for me. And so immediately I got on the phone and started calling people and, what can we do? We were already working on this HBCU gymnastics event and already looking for sponsors. And so it was like, can we pivot and use those sponsors for this program? They've said that it's about money, so let's like get this money. And then I remember just being super exhausted and falling asleep and waking up and kind of in that daze, or haze of like waking up, and I was like, oh, that was just a dream. Okay, we're good, and then reality hit again. Like, no, this is for real. They're pulling this program. Seeing all the social media posts. So I was hoping that we could catch. I was like texting people, even with the school, and hoping that we could catch and say, like, give us until Monday, or, and then we just started seeing it on social media, and so now it's out, and so now what do we do? And so I had, I've been in touch with a few parents because of Brown Girls like camps and conferences, and so just talking to folks, and it was like, okay, so they're saying it's about money. What if we can come up with this money and then take it to them and say, hey, now we have these funds. Can we at least like let this program happen for the year and then find some long-term sponsors? And so I think talking to the parents who were already on board with this HBCU gymnastics movement, they were ready to make it happen, see if we can really raise these funds to pull it off. So
until we started the fundraiser, I didn't really know how big our support system was. And I mean, I knew that we had a support system, but not like as big, because now you like have all this information going now, and then there's like the news. I am kind of like, where was the news when, we like when my team like broke the when we made history by being like the first HBCU to be a D1.
Or you mean to win the NCAA championship? I mean, we're both messing up. The first HBCU gymnastics team to win an NCAA sanctioned meet.
Yes. So I mean, I'm happy to know that we have all of this support. Yeah, I mean, there's really a lot to say about that.
With support, there's a lot of support because you all represent something that's so huge, right? When you committed to Talladega, did you know that the impact would be that strong?
Yes. I mean, I did. I don't know how to really explain this, but
I think we all are hoping.
Yeah.
Seems like we're starting to see the impact now. Mm-hmm. Like they have had some support, but with the things that they were accomplishing along the way during their inaugural season, they saw support, but we didn't see the support we thought they should receive.
Yeah. Yes.
But the beautiful thing about this, as devastating as it is, they're starting to see that they've been appreciated, they've been watched, they've been getting cheered on. The little girls definitely have been looking up to them, which is what they wanted. And also their model being bigger than us, it has proved, literally this situation has proved their motto. It is bigger than them. Mm-hmm. So honestly, it's really not just about this team. It's about HBCUs as a whole.
Period.
It's bigger than them. And they're happy to take this lead and represent.
Yeah. And to piggyback off what KJ and her mom was saying, like at the beginning of the season, it literally just felt like it was the team and then our coaches that were just fighting. Like it was just us fighting for our own program. Like there just wasn't that much support, I would say. But throughout the season and throughout the months, especially like these past few days, there's been an overwhelming amount of support. And honestly, I think our whole team is extremely grateful for it. because it couldn't have come at a better time for sure. So
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this team, the talent level that was on this team, USA Gymnastics National Meet, you guys sent 6 gymnasts. You guys all placed. You had all around talent on this roster. Can you speak a little bit about how much time, energy, effort went into constructing a very talented roster, and how much of your heart and soul you poured into being a part of this program the past year?
For the gymnast? Or,
Yes,
yeah.
for the gymnast.
So a lot went into just making it to nationals. Like, we were waking up for practice at 4:50 in the morning, leaving our dorms by like 5:20, 5:30 for a 50-minute drive to go and practice. That itself already takes a lot to just get yourself up out of bed. Some people can't do that. And then we have 3 hours to try, if you're an all-arounder, to try and get all 4 events in. And that's very much hard, because coming from JO, you usually have 5 hours. And so sometimes we didn't even have 3 hours. It was more like 2.5 hours, because we had to do warm-up, which takes like 30 minutes. So trying to squish that all in and trying to get your program done, you want to eat. There's every weights and stuff. I think a lot more goes into it than people see. And it's not only just the gymnastics aspect, you also have to keep your grades up too. So you're able to compete, of course, because schooling does come first. For most of us, gymnastics is not the be all end all. We also have careers that we want to fulfill after school, so we will be able to live our lives. So there's definitely a lot in the background that people don't see unless you are a student athlete.
Yes, I agree. Also, like, coming from JO, I was always just fighting for myself and my gymnastics. So obviously waking up at 5 a.m. I did do that in JO, but it's much earlier. So when I was having a hard day at practice, which I had many of them, I had to think about that. It's not just about me anymore. Like, I'm also trying to help my team as well and provide for them. So thinking about more than myself as well was very different.
Being Black gymnast and having to look outside of yourself in addition to performing a perfection-based sport, how does that shift your mentality going into these seasons? And Coach Derrin, after they answer, for you to be able to play a witness and active part in the growth of Black and brown girls in gymnastics, what joy do you see of them being able to balance all of this?
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry.
I thought she said Coach Darren.
Yeah.
I did.
Wait, can you repeat that one more time? I'm so sorry.
Of course. Dang, is my voice putting y'all to sleep? This is nuts. I was saying, when you are the walking representation for what it looks like to be Black opulence within the space of gymnastics, how do you balance being great at your sport and being the representation? And then Coach Derrin, as you've played witness to their excellence, what are you most proud of them for?
I think throughout the whole process, really, I was just like being myself, and also just thinking back to how I was in JO. I even said this before, like trying to always fit in and change myself for other people. And I was just really trying to show other little girls out there that your skin is beautiful, your hair is beautiful. So I just really wanted to represent that in college, and go out there and just have fun, and just show that Black girls are beautiful, they are powerful, and just that this whole team, and not even just me, just represents that. So I just really, we all just went out there and just did our thing, and we all killed it. So go Tornadoes.
Y'all did.
First team All-Americans.
So to piggyback off what KJ said, like being from Canada, it's a pretty diverse country, but the gymnastics here, it's not too diverse. So going to an HBCU and being with like almost all Black teammates, it was crazy to me. I was like, wow, this is a culture shock. Already being in America was a culture shock. So it was like, wow. But I literally felt like I could always be myself there, and I had someone to rely on. I could talk to anyone on the team. And then going out on the floor, we were literally just ourselves. Like I could wear my natural hair literally for the past how long I had been. I know you see my hair straightened right now, but for the past how long I was straightening my hair just because I never felt comfortable with my curls. Like I didn't see anyone else with their curly hair. I was like, now I feel awkward to wear mine. Or it was like me being a Black gymnast, I have longer limbs. Like I really didn't see that in anyone else being competing in Canada. I was like, oh my gosh, like I look weird doing this stuff. Do I really want to be here doing this? But no, going away to college, our team has all different types of bodies, and it's a great thing to see because we're all still amazing at what we do, obviously, because we've made it to college level. And so I'm just trying to show people that you can make it to college level just because you look a little different. Like you can break stereotypes and still be good. We're in 2024. I don't think there's need for stereotypes anymore of Black gymnasts. Like that's gotta end. And
no questions asked. Like I've never had a coach that looked like me before. I think that was like dope. So I was really looking forward to that. And even having that experience was just great. I think all of us can agree on that. So,
for sure.
What was Asia like? What was Coach Asia like? Like she seems like a ball of joy.
She's amazing. She's so energetic.
She is
full of joy.
She's the sweetest.
Yeah, she's amazing. Honestly, going to practice every day was very funny. Like she'd be randomly dancing.
She would.
Sometimes she'll be coaching beam, but then she'll be over by bars, and then she'll be by ball. She's everywhere. She's energetic, and honestly, she had to wake up way earlier than us, probably like 3 in the morning. And I never saw her sad.
Her dedication, she made everything happen. And then every time she would see us, she'd be like, "Good morning." Like, it's too early for this. Come on. She always had her coffee, made sure that she was fueled up and ready for the day. It didn't matter how tired she was, she made everything happen. And
she did.
Ask for a better coach. Seriously.
It's pure dedication from her. You have to realize she was driving about 40 minutes from home to go to the school. And then drive all the way back out another 45 minutes past where she lives. And then when they're done, all the way back to Talladega. And then when her day is done, all the way back home.
She did that every day. Yeah. And then she would even make her and Coach Wendy would even make like a lift. What am I trying to say? Like lift assignments for us too. So I know that definitely like took time. Definitely for the days that we didn't have practice, because we were like alternate like lift and practice. And I think even during like the competition season, we would have practice and lift. So I definitely it's a lot of back and forth just for both of them. And we made it happen.
They need a coffee sponsor.
Yeah.
But what I loved about Coach Asia was that we honestly we have no idea what she was going through. Like we know she had a lot on her plate, but she still every day woke up with a smile. And when we weren't feeling energetic, she would bring the energy and keep us happy, even though there are like a lot of things that we had to deal with. And she had to fundraise and make money, and none of the gymnasts knew anything what she was doing, but she was always happy, and I do really appreciate that about her.
Yeah. When you go to a collegiate meet, don't do that, Ari. When you go to a collegiate meet, you never see the head coach move. And I'm not poking fun at the head coaches. This is just how it is. Like they're usually standing and the girls will come by and they'll, give them a high five or congratulate them. But they're usually not like moving mats or spotting or, you know, like standing at the end of the beam and waiting for like, so they can have something to spot. Like, but Asia did all of that. And that like speaks to her, just the way that she's engaged with the girls is just a different thing. I want to say before, so just so y'all can hear me say it and see me say it. I am extremely proud of y'all for taking this on. There are so many people who would not give HBCUs a chance. And the fact that you, with all of your skill, clearly you could have gone to a D1 school and gotten a full ride somewhere else because you're an All-American and double for some of you, right? Medaled at nationals the first time out. So you could have gone somewhere else. And for you to take this on and go to an HBCU period, but an HBCU in the first year, I am extremely proud of that. It takes a lot of stuff, a lot of things to do that. So that's, to answer your question, what I'm super proud of.
I can't
Well,
wait to.
we're also having gymnastics and HBCUs. So I want to say thank you for that, Coach Derrin.
Yes, thank you very much. It's
When that
appreciated.
happened, we wouldn't be at Talladega for that. So
Facts.
Yeah.
I can't wait to the days that we can just exhale and be great and not have to do that fight. So you all mentioned support and all this, and even the reason why I was so emotional is because you have such a strong support system, but it has to come from within. So what can we do as the general public who aren't involved in Talladega gymnastics in the day-to-day and who might not be at a HBCU, just the general public, how can we support?
I want to tell you, you're not helping me because I've been over here fighting.
yeah, me
tears this whole
too.
time.
Me too.
It's like right,
I'm
not gonna look.
Me too.
I tried to play it off earlier.
Super ugly.
It's one of the reasons why I've been quiet because I've been trying to like hold it together.
Yeah, when y'all said that she shows up,
Yeah, she's good. I think the biggest thing right now is to if you cannot give like monetarily, and it could be a little bit, it doesn't have to be a lot. If you can't give, please share the fundraiser. I do want to say publicly that fundraiser, if we don't meet the goal, the money still goes to the girls. It is public how much money is being raised. The parent club is who's like overseeing that money. It's of course it's our nonprofit that is leading the fundraiser, but complete transparency from us and the Parents Club, that is who we're partnering with. So if we don't raise the money, if we don't raise the goal, the money will still go to the girls and help them in their careers, gymnastics, academics, the whole nine. But please donate. We really want to see if we can make that mark and present it to Talladega and see if we can keep this program for this year. The other thing, media, like we need people's eyes on what's happening so we can get these sponsors. The girls need long-term sponsors, just like D1 programs. We need merch. We need even athletic tape, chalk. They need to be able to go to these competitions and not be in vans. They need charter buses. They need more leotards. Typically, I mean, you go to a D1 school, these D1 schools have 15 leotards for 15 competitions. We're not asking for 15, but I mean, 8 would be nice. So yeah, we just really need, and I'm saying we because I feel like I'm a part of the we, but Talladega
You are.
definitely needs like all of that, the sponsorships, the partnerships, the donations for as far as immediate, for sure.
I think that let me piggyback on something earlier. I'm gonna try to be short because I can be winded. I think a lot of folks underestimated the team because they knew nothing about Talladega. As we visited the D1 schools during competition, I watched the fans of the home team, Auburn, Alabama, wherever we went, were just pretty much fascinated because here it is, an all-brown team, all African-American girls, African-American coach. What do they have to bring to the table? And when they started to perform, you could see the shock, especially on their floor exercises. The cheering that they receive, the ovations, the oohs and ahs was just phenomenal. It was something that I think triggered something in the girls as the season went on. It inspired them more. I think a lot of things could have been done to help promote the team in the beginning, but as they succeeded throughout the year, it brought about recognition. It woke up a lot of people. It opened a lot of eyes, and it helped them definitely toward the end of the season with their phenomenal success during nationals. So I think they were really underestimated, and their skill set and the coaching, especially, bring these girls up to par. Fine-tuning the things that they already knew was something that just needs to be cheered upon. And I really, really, really appreciate the coaches and the efforts that they put in throughout the season, the hard work the girls have put in, the things that they went through, gelling together, working together, being a family. That is something that when this announcement was made, it was puzzling to me. It was shocking. It's like, how can you do this to these girls? And there was nothing for them to fall back on. There was like, these girls had nothing, and it was like unfair. To be successful with a program, second one coming in with no real announcement, and to achieve what they achieve, hands down, you can't say anything negative about it at all. I applaud these girls and will continue to applaud these girls, continue to support these girls throughout this whole entire effort. So everyone definitely needs to contribute, definitely needs to find a way to pass on the information to others. We're looking for long-term sponsorships for these girls because they've earned it. They truly have earned it.
Thank you, guys, all of you, for joining us and having the opportunity to tell us what Talladega Gymnastics meant to you and how the media and everyone who's been watching you guys can support you with Talladega and your next steps moving forward. I'm Mia Berry here with Ari Chambers and the Johnston family with Kyrstin, Sharon, and Howard, Alexa Chuy, Derrin Moore, Kiora Peart-Williams. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll include more information on how you can help Talladega gymnasts.